Hey, this is Matt. Welcome to Unbearable 73. I'm talking about Yu Yu Hakesho live action episode 2. Now, it goes without saying that, which I elaborated on the previous episode of my review, that this is a very condensed and therefore very loose adaptation of Yu Yu Hakesho. I got some further information from some people who did more in-depth analysis, and roughly speaking, they're taking like between 55 and 70 episodes of the show, basically first 55 to 70 episodes, and condensing it in. Well, not the first, but between 55 and 70 episodes of the 4 seasons, and condensing that into the 5 seasons of season 1. And you see that this episode, for example, I believe we see Doguro in the background. He doesn't appear like the second season or third season in the anime. I don't remember offhand. It's been a while since I watched it. So that being said, I am not reviewing this as how accurate it is to Yu Yu Hakusho, whether it's a great adaptation or not. I'm looking at its own thing as loosely based on the source material. So with that being said, our second episode concerned Yusuke, not Yusuke, Yomeshi, basically on a mission from God, a mission from Noema, to recover the 3 sacred objects, right? And they're used very. This was a narrative fault of the anime of this adaptation. These 3 awesome objects themselves should be a story detail, like a significant plot arc, and they're not. This week, one of them, of course, is what the demon uses to steal the souls in this episode, right? But beyond a big fight with the demon and a recovery, it's not. It felt like the 3 objects were afterthoughts. Kurama basically says, spoiler, by the way, full spoilers that's why I'm doing it 4 or 5 days. Why I'm doing this well after it's dropped. Okay, so full on spoilers. Kurama basically says, I'll give back the mirror as soon as I fulfill my purpose with it. And, the Hiei basically cuts his Jigan eye open and is done with the object. And I'm sure that'll just be an afterthought to give that back. So it just felt like a little of a letdown. These objects were 3 significant objects, but they're just afterthoughts in terms of they're basically introductions to. Well, they're you beat the one demon guy, right, whose name I don't remember, and then you get introduced to Kurama and Hiei based on it, right? That, in other words, the objects were just used as means of introducing 2 of the 3 characters. You know, I felt that why even bother? You know what I mean? Like, why make the object significant beyond anyway? So in this episode, basically, you could think of this episode as 2 chunks. The first part is your Meshi dealing with the ball. I just don't remember the names of these things anymore. My opinion through 2 episodes is I'll probably never watch this again, but I've enjoyed watching the 2 episodes. Right? It's just not compelling enough. If I'm gonna watch Yu Yu Hakusho again, which I am, it'll be the anime. Right? I have no desire to see the truncated version of the story more than once. Right? So the first part is recovering the ball of soul stealing, whatever you want to call it, whatever it's actually called, and it has a really cool fight with a demon that's basically the Hulk. Okay, for all practical purposes, he's MCU Hulk, but he's red and has horns. Uh, it's a pretty good fight. The choreography is good. I thought Urameshi got beat up a little too much. But he did outwit the guy. He used his skills. He knew he couldn't counter the power directly, so and it made sense what he did. You know, he's untrained. He won through his intellect and his guts, and which is a lot of the way before he gets trained by Genkai in the manga and anime. That's how Urameshi wins. By the way, he's his guts and he has some raw talent and his cunning, but he's not particularly skilled until Genkai weaves her magic with him. Which I believe I'm told is next episode. The second part of the episode is dealing with Kurama and the mirror of whatever, and that was fine. You know, uh, it feels. I mean, again, for a one watch about basically a supernatural mystery with the good guys having some powers and the bad guys having some powers and fighting it out, it makes sense, right? There's no, but there's no weight to it. Like when you maybe, like you don't care about any of the characters in this live action. They're just there to be story points, and that is like when I read something or watch something, the characters are there to be story points, but they're not compelling story points unless the story makes them interesting. And the story in the live action is not making them interesting. If I had never heard of Yu Yu Hakusho, or well, let's pretend it never existed, that whoever thought this live action came with it completely on his own, um, I'd probably enjoy watching it once, but if I didn't have a tie to the characters as I do from the anime and manga, I wouldn't care about them at all. So this is one of the things where will the story itself carry you through 5 episodes? Yes, but will not make you want to watch it again. That's the thing. So far through 2 episodes, there's nothing spectacular in here to make you want to watch either of the episodes again, right? There's just pretty good fight scenes. Get me wrong. Special effects good, fight scenes good, acting did a decent job. Nothing wrong with that, right? Okay, so that's my general thoughts. Let's just kind of space through this and take a look, see what we see here. So this is when the dude has the ball and he's going to absorb all the souls of little kids. Perfectly fine. Sets up as makes you think he's a menacing villain. It's very easy. It's a very easy technique to make the villain have weight when he basically sort of murders kids. Or consumes their souls, as he threatened to do later. And the way they set this up is, like, these kids get saved, but they're indicating that there are previous kids who maybe didn't get saved, that he actually consumed their souls or whatever, and they died, right? Now, by the way the mechanic works, in case you really, like, he'll consume their soul, but their soul goes on to the next life, and their body dies. Like it's, he's consuming the life force attached to the soul, so just to keep it clear. If I didn't know Kurabara as a character, I hate harping on this, but if I didn't know him as a character from the manga and the anime, I would consider him extraneous to the story at this point. He's because this show being so rushed, like, Kurabara is a character who you need the development that they give him to make you like him and see him as a part of the team, right? As a part of someone who's there. Yusuke's friends and all that. Here, they're just showing you this bully asshole who likes to fight Urameshi, likes to fight Urameshi, and that's it. Like, there's no development to him. He has development. There's more. Like, we have met his sister, for example. Do we meet her in the next episode? I don't know. But there are ties that develop between these characters, and this show is not going to develop them, and nothing and the point I'm getting is nothing in the 2 episodes have made him an interesting character. Like, and you need that for him, especially because he's done very little in the show, despite taking up time. So Botan, not this is all the normal sort of stuff. Nothing. Yeah, I did some cool. So you get some cool sequences from the fights, a little Hulk smash type of stuff. I mean, if you've seen MC Hulk fight, you've seen these fights before. Skill versus strength, blah blah blah. Cool stuff there. And this is the threat, and it's when Urameshi gets it together and triumphs and all that. And it's when we first meet Hiei's sister. Again, there's a compelling story here, which is one of my favorite things in the anime and manga was the story involving his sister. Here she just whatever. something off about the. I'm not blaming the actor for for Kurama. I think I don't know if the wig. That's obviously a wig. It doesn't look like Kurama's hair. From the anime and manga, so his costume is a little off. I think the actor does a good job portraying him. Granted, we get his sort of emotional background here and all that. You know. This is Yusuke Urameshi. I keep saying Yusuke. Urameshi, after he helped Kurama save his mom, blah blah blah. You're fine. For some reason now, Kuwabara is now buds with Urameshi, despite being rivals and all that before. Why, we don't know. There's Hiei. Here's the very early introduction of Dogoro. This guy this guy's a top level villain in terms of his depiction in the manga and the anime. The actor looks like he's pulling it off. So there you go. So again, just to finalize, not to belabor the point, it's a good episode. It's enjoyable for what it is. You're not going to want to watch it again. Well, most people won't. Maybe actually one rewatchable thing in the whole thing is the fight with the use of Urameshi and the ogre guy, the ogre demon, and because it was a pretty good fight, well choreographed. They showed off they did good work, good wire work, and good special effects in the fight. That was enjoyable. So but again, that's my biggest complaint. Like, they reduce a lot of these things they give us, shows, anime, movies, whatever, to just replaying the fight scenes in YouTube or on our DVD or whatever. Restreaming 10 minutes of scene. Like, and this goes way back to like the Star Wars prequel trilogy. Other than Attack of the Clones, right? Which is the best of the prequels to me. The only thing rewatchable in the first or third one are the fights, right? And there's nothing in there that they're not exceptional enough to make you want to watch the whole thing again. Likewise, you go to the legendary MonsterVerse films. The only one that's rewatchable as a whole that makes you want to watch the whole thing again is King of the Monsters. For all its flaws, which you can skip. I know it's not rewatching the whole thing, but the little two villains when it should have been one, and blah blah blah. It's an enjoyable movie to rewatch the whole thing of, right? Not Godzilla 2014. Not Godzilla versus Kong, right? And not Skull Island. Those you watch the fights for those. Although I should say with Skull Island, after they got to the point where they were trapped on the island, after the opening scene with the invasion of the island and first meeting Kong, that's an awesome scene, but the parts of the movie before that are kind of boring, right? So once they're trapped in the island trying to survive, that's when the movie itself gets compelling, But you're not, with Godzilla, with the 4 legendary films so far, you're not compelled to watch the whole, except for King of the Monsters makes you want to watch the whole thing again, if you want to watch it again. And it's going to be the same thing with the Yu Yu Hakesho, the TV show. So far, 2 episodes, you watch it once, and then you go back and you watch the fight scene, the fight scenes again. That's about it. It's kind of sad. This could have been a lot better if it weren't hyper compressed into 2, and I don't want to keep harping on this. It just feels rushed, and because it feels rushed, there's not a lot compelling to make you want to watch the totality of it more than once. My name is Matt. This is Unbearable 73, my review of Yu Yu Hakesho Season 1, Episode 2. If you like, comment. If you like, give me a like down below and comment. If you have any questions, if you dislike, give me the dislike. I want the honesty. Share this video out, please. My channel growth has been pretty good lately. Keep it up, guys. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day. Happy holidays.